in that game on Saturday. Now, there was also a story here. Texas Tech, and remember, this became kind of an immediate, this is going to happen. Chris Level will join us, who covers Tech at 3:45. But there was the thought that when Texas and Oklahoma decided to join the SEC, whenever that might be, and that remains to be seen, but there was this story that it seemed like it was just going to happen, that Texas and Texas Tech were going to continue to play as non-conference games once UT left for the SEC. I think that story came out of Lubbock. I'm not saying that anyone reporting that story was wrong, but look at, this is a dude. Now, Cody Campbell is a part of their NIL. He's very much big-time money in Texas Tech. This is a straight shot across the bow. The deal for UT to play Texas Tech, not Texas schools each year, is for 20 or 25 years. Multiple UT officials agreed to this arrangement, including Chris Del Conte. Now they're going to back on their word. Now they're going back on their word. If you're scared to play us, just say you're scared. UT has scored like 130 points against Tech the last couple of times they've played. That's pretty strong language. Del Conte had some quotes in the article, Don Williams, Lubbock Avalanche Journal, saying that, listen, we don't, that's premature to say we ever agreed to something. I don't know the story. I don't care whether they play or not. I don't know what's going to happen in the end. Chris Level will join us at 3:45, but that's pretty harsh coming from a donor. But he's trying to probably put Texas in a bind. That's not going to change UT's mind whether they play Texas Tech every year or not.
No, it's not. And it is weird, though. I mean, a lot of the rhetoric that comes out of Lubbock, I mean, that's kind of become their attitude. I don't want to say cagey. That's not the right word. They are. And then look, and I can kind of understand, rightfully so, they are constantly fighting, like the whole thing with the cactus on Twitter and all that this year. They're kind of fighting an uphill battle with what people think of the location of their school. Not their school in general, just where their school happens to sit and how that affects when people would come to it and or like it, which is probably not really fair because a lot of colleges sit in really crummy, stupid places, and that's not really what it's about. But
which colleges sit in crummy, stupid places? They're in smaller towns.
Yeah, I mean
that's a little harsh.
Yeah, well, I mean there's a lot of colleges.
I know that there are some cities that aren't like Long Beach and San Diego, or maybe others, but most college towns are in small towns, and
yeah,
they're not.
Most college towns are. There's nothing to do here but college stuff,
yeah.
And that's understandable. So that's why I'm just trying to, people start to try to what's better, Gainesville or Athens? Well, I mean, it's about the same. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. One's closer to Atlanta. Maybe that's what makes it slightly better. But at the end of the day, you're kind of splitting hairs. But so that sometimes when these things happen, the response from Tech fans and Cody Campbell, who's the, richest Tech fan and donor, is a little bit vitriolic and angry because they're constantly having to fight that fight.
Yeah, I don't know if that does any good, but maybe he's going to incite the base a little bit, and he of course everyone's going to agree with him. If you're a Texas Tech student, alum, whoever, you're going to agree with him. I don't know the story. I don't know if anyone ever had a handshake or any verbal. I don't know that, but Chris Level might be able to give us a little bit more information on that as well. Baylor, of course.